Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Life on a Budget with D. Today's video is going to be a budget with me video. So if you're into something like that, please stick around. All right, you guys, we're getting ready to budget for week 2 of June. So I already circled here June week 2 on this document. In this paper, I created myself. This is how I use my budget, and I budget by pay week and not by pay check. And the reason why I do that because I have multiple lines here to identify the inflow or the income that I'll be using for the week in order to take care of my bills for this particular week. Now, it's okay if you use this format for different style, like if you budget by pay period or paycheck or anything like that, but this formats look better if you do a combination of inflow for the week so you can take care of your weekly expense. Now once you have determined your zero-based budget for the month or for the week, you need to know how to assign
This is why I do it this way, where I break down the inflow first and determine which inflow will be responsible for a bill or a portion of a bill or expense. Then I sit there and I determine which paycheck or which portion of a paycheck will take care of a bill or a portion of a bill. Then I provide myself with visual aid on how that is going to look based on my plans on the sheet. And then I use my calendar to help me map out my week. If you have any questions about that, let me know. So right now I'm on week 2 and I already had determined and I broke down how I'm going to take care of this week. This week is not that bad. I only have a few items that I need to take care of. So according to this calendar I have right here, it says that the only income I have is from my main income. So I'm gonna put that here. Can you see me writing? It's probably ugly. Let me at least make an effort to make my handwriting look cute. Okay, so I know that the 10th will be my pay date, and I have budget only $510 for the week. So based on how I break down my budget, number one, I will have to pay my tithe, and that would be, I budget $53 for that. Then I have to pay some taxes, and I budget $58.25. I don't know if that's absolutely right, but that's what we're gonna have. And then my investment, and I put down $180. Now $180 is not 15% of my investment. It's just right now that is what I'm comfortable of providing for investment for my future for right now, until I get a comfortable income stream that I would put more to. I just do what I can for now. Okay, so this plus 180. So right here, the total monthly expense in my TTI, that is my tithe, taxes, and investment, is $325. The next is my auto insurance, and that will be, I budgeted for $154. And then I have other stuff like that look like my sinking funds. Okay, so this month is just, for this week is just that in that category. And for my sinking funds, let me move this out the way. Hopefully I can still see. I believe I can still see. All right, for my sinking funds, just for this week is my author. This is what I use for recording the ideas and thoughts. How much I budgeted for? $15. This is actually due next month. Okay, and then my NAPO, I'm a student of the National Association of Professional Productivity and Organization, NAPO. All right, so I have NAPO, and NAPO I have to put aside 25. I didn't notice I already did that already. Okay, so the next thing I have is my monthly rollover, which I would consider extra debt and extra savings. I'm gonna put that right here. It is only $425. I apologize, $475. I put here. And I do have a beauty envelope that is not a part of this month, but I had to write it down because I had extra money in my fund money that I did not use, and I have to put it towards beauty. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna put here beauty, because I had purchased a wig, y'all. I was so excited about my wig, and I'm gonna put this $100 right here. It's actually 110 cents. But I didn't budget for beauty, but I have an extra $100 that I had in my account. So I'm gonna put it right here as an actual. Okay, so now I'm gonna do what I did here and here. I'm just gonna calculate. And normally I just scratch this out. Can y'all see me doing that? Okay. No variable expenses for this week because I normally take it out in the first week one time. Let's see here. Since I don't need my calendar anymore. Okay, so let me do it like this because this is how I write. All right, so I'm going to add the 15 plus, that's a 3, plus 25, which is gonna be 40 bucks. I'm not gonna do the actual now, and I don't know if I'm gonna do the actual on camera. I don't even know if y'all be interested in that. We're just budgeting right now. So if you want me to check off my budget and you want to see more about that, just let me know. I can see what I can do. So now what I'm going to do is to verify that I have a zero-based budget. Close this out. All right, and I would like to use pencils when I do this because there's some times where I cross something out and I have to go back and add because like I said, I probably didn't budget for it, but what actually happened, I have to document. All right, so we have $510 right here. All right, and then that's my total income. So I'm gonna put this down here. So 510 subtract 311.25 cents. 510 subtract 311.25 cents will leave me with $198.75. The next one is my auto insurance. So I'm gonna bring this down. I forgot to cross out my savings because there's nothing in savings. So $198.75 subtract $154, and that leaves me with $44.75. So far I can see that's looking good. So now I'm gonna put this over here of $440.75, and right here I'm gonna subtract that. I already know that I have $4.75. I don't need a calculator for that. And then what I'm going to do is put down the $4.75. I don't even know why I have to think about that. And then we have a total of $4.75, and I'm at a zero-based budget. Normally I will sit here and do all this, but I'm not. I'm really not, because I already see I'm already at a zero. I'm good. But what I do need to also put up here is that I need to put extra income, extra monthly rollover. And then I didn't budget for it, but I'll put 100 right there to identify that I have an extra $100. So now when I go through my budget for this week, I know exactly how I'm going to pay my bills for the week, and I know how much I actually have for this week. Okay. All right, so my week is good. So the next thing I do, and I hope you're following along, I hope I'm not confusing any of you guys. Now I'm going to use this week's budget to identify my cash breakdown. And my cash breakdown is different from a lot of other people because I use real money and I also use fake cash in order to do my budgeting and handle my money. Mostly when it comes to savings, up here I have a category for savings. That's most likely I'm gonna stuff fake cash. When it comes to my cash envelope, I often stuff real money. When it comes to my sinking fund, I also stuff fake money. Okay. So it seemed like I already told myself what I'm gonna do. So when it comes to personal grooming or beauty, I'm putting myself 100, and then I'm telling myself at the bottom here that I have to remove money from my kids' birthday sinking fund and my kids' miscellaneous fund. And I will try to make sure I bring a close up to that so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so now I'm not putting anything into savings according to here. So maybe next week, we'll see. I'm not putting anything to my cash envelope, so I'm gonna cross that out. So it seemed like everything right here has everything to do with my sinking funds. Now my taxes is a sinking fund for me. So I'm gonna put that down here, and I'm just gonna put $78. But when I transfer it in the account, it'll actually be 25, the whole 78.25. It might be less than that, we'll see. Okay, so that's good. My tithe I pay out to my church through the internet, through their website. My investment gets pulled out automatically. My gas, I apologize. My auto insurance, I have not paid for it yet, so I gotta pay for that. So that gets out. I have to manually pay for that. All right, so the only thing right here for my sinking funds is my auto and my NAPO savings. And right here I have beauty. I'm just gonna bring it up. I have personal grooming. I don't know why I call it personal grooming when I should have just called it beauty. So I'm gonna just put that up. And I'm gonna just erase that there. So now I'm not gonna count that. They're just telling me what I gotta remove. I was supposed to take it out last week, but I forgot. 78 plus 15, plus 25 plus 100 equals 218. So let me make sure. 78 plus 15 plus 25 plus 100 equals 218. So what I do, because I have a grand total here at the bottom for if I have to tally up everything as a whole, but right here I have 218. And I'm gonna do a dash because I have to make sure that the dollar amount also count for that. So I'm gonna break my cash down so I can know how many denominations I need. So let's break this down. I normally would do a 50, a 20, so that's 70, and that's 75 for 1.5. I do $2 bills, so that's a 2 and a 1. So that's a 50, a 70, 75, 76, 77, 78. That works out. So 15, I'll do a 10 and a 5. 25, I will do for a 20 and a 5. And then for beauty, I will do a $100 bill. So I'm going to tally this up. Sorry, I have my thing right here. That's 1 for 100. I have 150. That's $50. I have 2 20s. So that'll be 220, so that'll be 40. So I have 110, so 110 equals $10. I have 5, 10, 15. So 3 5s, which equals $15. I have 1 2, so that equals $2, and 1 1, which would equal $8. So now I'm going to verify 100 plus 50 plus 40 plus 10 plus 15 plus 2 plus 1. I have $218. So I'm gonna put that down to say that it evens out. So now when I do my cash stuffing in my envelope, this is how much I'll be stuffing. And then over here, this is how much I'll be taking out. So I'm gonna put my calendar down, my calculator down. I'm gonna put this back in space, in its place. So if I have to, when it's time for me to do that, I can easily find it. So with the other stuff, since I know what I'm gonna do with this money, which is the real money over here, I'm gonna physically transfer that in my bank account, but I will stuff this stuff with fake cash money for my sinking funds. I like doing this because it gives me a visual aid of how things are. Yeah. So I've done my budget for this week. It looks good. I didn't do one for last week because that week was chaotic because I had a lot going on for the month of May into June. I did do a cash stuffing video for that. I have one that's for the last week of May that I haven't posted up yet. I think I'm going to just post it to see how y'all like it. And this is my very first budget with me. I hope you enjoy my very first budget with me. So if you're into cash stuffing, budget with me, bill exchange, or just learning some few tips about budgeting, because I'm really eager to share what I know and what I've discovered for the last 3 years. Please just comment, let me know you want to know more. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until next time, you guys, take care.